Hi, I'm Warren Sprouse. I'm the host of the Bible Forum. Meets every Sunday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the BibleForum.net. Tonight we're going to talk about happiness. Are you happy? Most Americans can't really say that they're happy. We live in the best country in the world. We have the most money of anybody in the world. We have the best technologies, most of which are represented in our homes and in our pockets. We can do almost anything we wish to do, go wherever we choose, accumulate wealth for our old age. Nobody else in the world can do it like we do it. Other Western nations are not as prosperous as we are. Our middle class live in spacious homes of 1,000 square feet or more. We have central heat, hot water, air conditioning. In most homes in Europe, this is not necessarily the truth. They are still living a kind of rudimentary lifestyle. We learned this through Netflix. They give us a bunch of British TV programs. Have you ever seen the way these people are living? Well, they were old. Yeah, that's back in the 1980s, 90s. Yeah, that's old. We lived that way in the 60s. They haven't caught up yet. And yet Americans are among the most dissatisfied people, among the most unhappy people in the world. This discouragement is often touted as the cause. I'm discouraged, that's why I'm not happy. I'm living this unfulfilled life, that's why I stole from the guy on the corner. I didn't get all that I was supposed to get, so I killed somebody. You know, this is the kind of thing that we're hearing today. The unfulfilled and the unsatisfied and the unhappy. Well, scientists have now cracked the code to happiness. The Minnesota Mayo Clinic has announced just this month, June 2015, that they cracked the code to being happy. They claim happiness is a habit. Dr. Amit Sood, who was the chief researcher, said some of us are born with it, others of us have to choose it. He says it has long been held, apparently, that some people are simply happy by nature and others not so much. And we all know the human mind seems to focus on negative experiences. Going into the ministry, I was told you will have to hear 10 positive statements to counter the one negative comment that someone will dump on you. I would say 30 positive statements over a 2-week period to compensate for the one, but then I'm a little into myself, apparently. This particular study indicates that happy people intuitively know that their happiness is the sum total of their choices, and their lives are built around the following pillars. Write them down. Devoting time to family and friends, appreciating what they have, maintaining an optimistic outlook, feeling a sense of purpose, and living in the moment. They did a study to learn this. The only thing they left out was the settled conviction that God is working all things together for good, Romans 8:28. Oh, did I mention that that promise is only for those who are the called according to his purpose? I know, it's a catch. However, there are Bible verses, promises, instructions that apply to all people, concepts that the Mayo Clinic study has just discovered. Taking a study list, this particular study's list, and applying Bible verses, I offer this sample. Proverbs 17:17, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born of adversity. The study says devoting time to family and friends. Hebrews 13:5, let your conversation, your behavior be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have, for he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. The study says appreciating what they have. Proverbs 17:22, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. The study says maintaining an optimistic outlook. The Bible says, Colossians 3:23, whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not to men. The study says, feeling a sense of purpose. Matthew 6:34, take no thought for tomorrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. The study says, living in the moment. There are a lot more verses that could be trotted out that bear on this subject all through the Bible. But I want to quote to you Dr. Robert Jastrow. He's dead now, but he was an accomplished NASA scientist, and he once said this: for the scientist who has lived by his faith in the power of reason, the story ends like a bad dream. He has scaled the mountain of ignorance. He is about to conquer the highest peak. And as he pulls himself over the final rock, he is greeted by a band of theologians who have been sitting there for centuries. What makes you happy? Is it enduring? Is it constructive? Will it last for eternity? Or are you still hoping this world system will produce something other than frustration and challenge and heartache? And my advice to you is get on with it. Get on with what's real about life, because both happiness and discouragement are in your hands. They don't belong to the people who influence you.